Hi, my lovely English learners. Welcome back to another English lesson. I'm Afsun and you're watching EP English, Easy Peasy English. Today we're going to talk about compound nouns. We're going to cover different things about compound nouns. For instance, compound nouns definition and compound nouns structure. The stress of compound nouns in spoken language. And compound nouns, writing, how to write them. And of course, we're going to talk about plural form of compound nouns. Let's get started with the first part, compound nouns definition. What are compound nouns? Compound nouns are nouns that they consist of more than one word. They consist of two words or more. For instance, brother-in-law, car park, windscreen. You see, we have two words or more than two words to make a compound noun. And now we're going to talk about the structure of compound noun and how do we make compound nouns. Compound nouns can be formed with different ways. Firstly, we make compound nouns with putting two nouns together. For example, car park or website, Iceland. Number two, a compound noun can be formed with putting an adjective and a noun together. Look at here, greenhouse, greenhouse. Green is an adjective and house is a noun. Blackberry, black is an adjective and berry is a noun. Or small talk, small is an adjective and talk is a noun. Number three, a compound noun can be made with putting a verb and a noun together. For instance, break water. Break water. Break is a verb and the water is a noun. And runway. Runway. Run is a verb and way is a noun. Now it's time to talk about how to write a compound noun. A compound noun can be written in different ways. Let me tell you. Some compound nouns can be written as a word, just a single word. There is no space between two parts of that. For example, bathroom, bathroom, or windscreen. There is no space or hyphen between two parts of these compound nouns. And also, a compound noun can be written with hyphen. In some compound nouns, we have hyphens. For instance, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, or sister-in-law. We have three parts, and between these parts, we have two hyphens. And also, we have some compound nouns that they have space between their words. For instance, bottle opener. There is a space between bottle and opener. Prime minister. Prime minister. There is a space between prime and minister. Before moving on to the next part, I want to ask you a question. Did you enjoy today's lesson? If you enjoyed today's lesson, I want you to share and like this video and subscribe to this channel. That way, you can have an access to my future lessons and you do not miss any of my videos. Let's continue with the next part, how to make plural forms of compound nouns. Let me tell you something. Normally, we use s or es to the last word of a compound noun to make plural compound nouns. For instance, greenhouses or blackberries. But we have some exceptions that we add s or es to the first part, to the first word, first noun of a compound noun. For instance, when we are talking about two sister-in-law, we say two sisters-in-law. And the S is added to the first part, two sisters-in-law. And two sister-in-laws is completely wrong. Or brothers-in-law, mothers-in-law. Okay, keep in mind, add S or ES to the first part of this word. A good learner's dictionary can help you to understand, to figure out where to add S to compound nouns. And finally, we're going to talk about compound nouns and spoken stress. Let me tell you something. I want to make it crystal clear once and for all. When we have a compound noun, stress is on the first part of a compound noun. For example, greenhouse or blackberry, car park. But there are some exceptions. When we have proper nouns like prime minister, Mount Everest, or New York, in this situation, and for these compound nouns, because we have proper nouns, specific nouns, stress is on the second part. And now I want to ask you a question. How many points of today's lesson did you know? Comment them for me. And I want to tell you something. Did you enjoy today's lesson? If you enjoyed today's lesson, I want you to share and like this video and subscribe to this channel. That way you will have an access to my future lessons and you don't miss any of my future's lesson. Thank you for your watching. Thank you for your supporting and see you later.